Welcome to At the Counter with the Baking Pastor. I'm Laura. This is a space for slow conversations, gentle coaching, and a little room to breathe. Nothing here needs to be fixed or finished today. So wherever you are, take a breath, settle in, and pull up a chair. We'll start right here at the counter. There's a point in baking where you're supposed to stop. The dough has come together, the texture is just right, and the instruction is simple, hands off. But that's often when we keep going. A little more kneading, just to be sure. That's when good dough starts to suffer. Over kneading doesn't look dramatic. It looks responsible, attentive, like you're doing the right thing. But what it produces is tough bread. Bread that's lost its tenderness because it didn't get to rest. I see this pattern in people all the time, especially in people who care deeply. I see over kneading when someone keeps saying yes, even though their body is already saying no. They don't want to disappoint anyone. They don't want to let things fall apart. So they carry more and more until everything feels tight. Not because they're doing something wrong, but because they're doing too much for too long. There's usually a moment when you can feel the over-kneading start. In baking, it's when the dough stops being soft and it starts resisting you. It still looks fine, but it's not relaxed anymore. I notice the same thing in people. There's a moment when their words are still calm, but their shoulders are so tight. When they're doing all the right things, but joy has quietly left the room. Nothing dramatic has happened. They're just carrying too much for too long. And by the time they notice, they think the answer is to try harder. But that's usually the moment when rest would help more than effort. Over kneading often sounds like this. I should be able to handle this. I'll just take care of one more thing before I go. If I don't do it, who will? Those instincts usually come from love. But effort without rest makes life rigid, exhausting, heavy in ways that are hard to name. Rest isn't quitting. Boundaries aren't selfish. Stopping doesn't mean you don't care. Sometimes it means you care enough to let something breathe. If something feels harder the more you work at it, it might not need more effort. It might need less. So let's pause with this question. Where might you be over kneading right now? And what would rest look like if it didn't have to be earned? Sometimes the work feels hard, and sometimes it helps to have a companion while you discern what's next. If it's helpful, you can find more information at daretoliveagain.com. There's no rush. Thank you for spending this time with me at the counter. If something in this conversation stayed with you, you're welcome to carry it into the week. If not, you can leave it here. Either way, you're always welcome to come back.